Hello guys and welcome to our new math session. Today's lesson is going to be fractions. So we will learn today how to calculate fractions and how to get an equivalent fraction. So let's start. We are starting here with calculating fractions. So first of all, fractions of whole. To find half of an amount, simply divide it by 2. And to find 1/3 of an amount, simply divide by 3. Let's have an example. Half of 16. So when you think half of 16, you got the answer 8 immediately without thinking. But here, what happened in your mind is just you're dividing by 2. So 16 divided by 2 is going to be equals to 8. Okay, so what about 1/3 of 18? The same thing. So you're doing it 18 divided by 3, which is going to be equals to 6. Okay, so what will happen if I asked you something not half and not third? 1/7 of 77. So you're doing the same thing here. You're thinking it the same way. You're just dividing 77 by 7 to get the answer, which is going to be equals to 11. Okay, so let's have another thing. 2/3 of 18. So how to do that? It's very simple and very easy. You're just dividing 18 by 3 as we did before in the previous session, the previous slide. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Yes. And then get the answer and multiply it by 2 by the numerator. So 18 divided by 3, which is going to be equal to 6. 6 times 2 equals to 12. Okay, 4/5 of 35. You are doing the same thing. You are dividing this number, the whole number, by the denominator, and the answer you are multiplying it by numerator. So 35 divided by 5 equals 7, and 7 times 4 equals 28. Okay, so what about 5/6 of 24? So I will just take this whole number and divide it by the denominator. So it's going to be equals to 4. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4. And this 4 I will multiply by the numerator, which is going to be equals to 20. Okay, another example. 3/4 of 36. Again, I'm taking the same whole number divided by the denominator, which is going to be equals to 9. 36 divided by 4 equals 9, and 9 times 3 equals to 27. Okay, another thing here. If I just added units here in the question, like for example, 2/5 of 10 meters, what's going to be the answer? So I will do the same thing here. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. And then I will multiply by the numerator, which is going to be equals to 4 meters. But what will happen if I ask you the question, give the answer in centimeters? So what are you going to do? You are just converting these meters into centimeters, so you're multiplying by 100. So 4 times 100 equals 400 centimeters. Okay, 4/7 of 28 hours. It's going to be what? So the same thing here. You are dividing 28 by 7, which is going to be equals to 4. And this 4, I will multiply it by 4, so it's going to be equal to 16. Next part here, it's going to be, I'm sorry, 8/9 of 72 minutes. So I need to calculate that here. 72, I will just make it here. 72 divided by 9, which is going to be equals to 8. And this 8 I will multiply it by the numerator, so it's going to be equal to 64 minutes. If the question asked you to convert it into hours and minutes, so you're writing down 1 hour and 4 minutes. Okay, 8/9 of $7.2. So what will happen here? So it's very easy, but think a little bit here. You have to convert the dollars into cents to be able to do it because it's decimals. So I will make it 8/9 of 720 cents because I know that $1 equals 100 cents. And then start to do the same thing with what I'm doing. So 720 divided by 9 is going to be equals to 80, and 80 times 8, which is going to be equal to 640 cents. If you want to get back to dollars again, or the question asked you to get back into dollars again, so it's going to be equals to $6.40. Okay, 5/6 of 1 day. I have first to convert the 1 day into hours. So 1 day equals 24 hours. And then start to do my question, start to answer. So 24 divided by 6 is going to be equals to 4. And this 4 times 5 is going to be equals to 20 hours. Okay, so guys, I need you to solve the classwork here. After this slide, I need you to go on and solve this classwork, page 134 and 135, in these specific questions. Okay, so first let's start with this question. Let's answer this question first. A class has 48 pupils. 1/8 of them are girls. How many boys are there in the class? So focus here. He told you that 1/8 of the pupils are girls. And the question asked you about the number of boys in the class. So first I get the number of girls by the ordinary thing that we were doing. I will make 1/8 of 48. So 48 divided by 8 is going to be equals to 6, and 6 times 1 equals to 6 girls in the class. So what about the number of boys? Don't forget. So the number of boys is very simple and very easy. 48 minus 6 is going to be equals to 42 boys. So you can start to solve the classwork here. Stop the video for just 10 minutes and solve these questions, and then get back to me to continue. Okay, so let's start a new thing here. 2/3 of 18, we solved that before, but in a different way, he will ask you to answer the following question. 2/3 of 18 equals half of something. So first I have to solve the thing that I know here. 2/3 of 18, I know that it's equals to 12. I did it in the previous slide. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. 6 times 2 equals 12. So this side is equal to the other side, is equal to 12 too. If you want to get this number missing, you have to make the inverse operations. So its number here, this number, I will divide it by 2, and the answer that I will get, I will multiply it by 1 to get 12. So again, a number here, I will divide it by 2. Look at this chart when I'm talking, guys. This number, I will divide it by 2, and it will get me a number. And then I will get the answer multiplied by 1, so the answer is going to be 12. So if I went by logic, if I went in the inverse way or the opposite way direction, I will just make the inverse operations. So here it's multiplying by 1. I will take this 12 divided by 1 equals to 12. Yes. And after that, I will make the inverse operation to get the number here. So 12 times 2, it's going to be equals to 24. So the answer here is 24. And if you want to make sure of your answer, just solve it again. So 24 here divided by 2 is going to be equals to 12. And this 12 multiplied by 1, the answer is 12. Yes, exactly. Okay, another question. 5/8 of 80 is equal to 2/5 of something. We will do it with the same way, guys. So let's do it here. It's 80 divided 8 equals 10. And 10 times 5 equals 50. So here the other side is going to be equals to 52 here. So let's think here. A number, I will divide it by 5, and the answer I will multiply it by 2 to get 50. So let's do the other way. Let's go in the other direction. So here it's 50. I will make the inverse operation here. So instead of multiplying by 2, I will divide it by 2. So 50 divided 2 equals to 25. And after that, I will multiply by 5, the inverse operation here. So 25 times 5 is going to be equals to 125. So the answer here is 125. And again, make sure of your answers. 125 divided by 5 is going to be equals to what? Exactly, to 25. And after that, I will multiply this 25 by 2. So it's going to be equals to 50. Okay. Here it's another kind of questions. 2 over something of 15 is going to be equals to 10. How to solve it? By the same method that we solved last time. 15 here, I will divide it by something that I don't know, and the answer I will multiply by 2, so I will get 10. So if you walked in the inverse operation, if you just walked in the opposite direction to make the inverse operation, you will get the missing number. So here I will divide by 2. So 10 divided by 2 equals to 5. And 5 times what equals 15? Yes, exactly. It's 5 times 3. So here the answer is 3. So let's make it again together to make sure of the answer. 15 divided by 3 equals to 5, and 5 times 2 equals to 10. Exactly. Okay, another question. Something divided by 4 of 20 is going to be equals to 15. The same thing. So I will make it here. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And this 5 I will multiply it by something that I don't know. The answer is going to be 15. So let's make the inverse operation. 15 divided by something equals 5. Or you can think in another way, 5 times what equals 15? So it's 5 times 3. So here, to make sure of the answer, you can make the inverse way, the opposite way. 15 divided by 3 equals 5, and this 5 times 4 equals 20. So the answer here is 3. And after that, make sure of the answer again. Okay, so your classwork here is written here, page 135, question 8 and question 9. Solve the marked questions and then get back to me. Pause the video for 7 minutes and get back. Okay, so let's think about another thing here in the fractions. It's whole from fractions. Sometimes you know the amount a fraction represents, but you need to know the size of the whole. I need to understand that. For example, let's have an example to understand. Petrol tank holds 40 liters when it's 2/3 full. Like 2 over 3 full, it has 40 liters, not like not fully with petrol. So it's 2 over 3 only full. So here the petrol tank holds 40 liters when it's 2 over 3 full. How much petrol does the tank hold when full? Okay, so I will just make this chart for you here to explain on it. So here it's 2 over 3, so I divided this shape into 3 parts. This is the tank, consider that this is the tank. And 2 over 3 of them is full, so I shaded the two parts that are full. And these two parts equals to 40. So what do you think about it? What exactly happened here? Tank is 2 over 3 full. So these two together equals to 40. So what about one of them? Exactly, I will divide them by 2. So 40 divided by 2 here equals 20. 20 liters. So here's 20 liters and here's 20 liters. So right now, if I have the two parts full, I have 40 liters full. Okay, what about the third part here? What do you think? Exactly, it's 20 liters too. It's the same thing, 20 liters. So what about the full tank can hold? Exactly, you are just multiplying 20 times 3, which is going to be equal to 60 liters. Okay, another example. Petrol tank holds 24 liters when it's 3 over full. How much petrol does the tank hold when full? Again, the same thing. I will divide the tank into 4 parts as the denominator, and I will shade 3 parts of them which are full. So the 24 liters here is the shaded part. So the 24, it's all the shaded parts. It's only 3 parts. So I want to get the one part of them equals to what? So yes, exactly. I will divide 24 by the 3 parts here. So the answer is going to be 8. So here 8 liters, and then here it's 8 liters, and here it's 8 liters, and of course the missing part here is 8 liters. So if you want to know how much can the tank hold when full, I will multiply 8 by 4, which is going to be equals to 32 liters. Okay, so it's time for classwork. Solve page 136, question 1 and question 6 here, these letters, and then get back to me. Okay, the equivalent fractions. It's very simple and very easy. You can easily know the equivalent fractions. Here, for example, I have half equals something over 8. and I need to know this thing. They are equal. So by magic here, the 2 change it to be 8. But here in math, there's no magic. Here in math, there is in equivalent fractions, there is times table. So the 2 change it to be 8. I multiply by what? How can I change 2 to be 8? Exactly, I will multiply by 4. But take care, whatever you're doing down in the denominator, you have to make it up in the numerator. So I will multiply 1 by 4. It will get me here, the answer is going to be 4. So 1 over 2 equals to 4 over 8. Okay, another example. 7 over 8 is equal to 35 over something. So it's going to be the same thing. 7 changed to be 35. How? Exactly, I multiply it by 5. Whatever I'm doing up, I'm doing it down. So 8 times 5 equals to 40. Exactly. So the answer here is going to be equals to 35 over 40. Okay, so I want to ask you a question. Can you relate this kind of simplifying of equivalent fractions to simplifying fractions? Okay, think about it. Simplifying fractions. A fraction is in simplest form when the top and bottom, the numerator and denominator, cannot be smaller while still being whole numbers. Okay, let's understand what does this sentence mean. Example here, it's 5 over 15. I need to simplify, so I need to search a common times table between 5 and 15. So what is it? Exactly, it's 5. So I will just divide by 5 up and down, so I will get 1 over 3. So 5 over 15 is equal to 1 over 3. But think here, can I get smaller than that, but still being whole numbers? No. So once I say the answer no, so it means that this fraction is in the simplest form. Okay, another example. 6 over 26. I need to simplify it, so search in the times table. And guys, by the way, divisibility rules will help you here. So revise again the divisibility rules and try to answer simplifying fractions. You will find it's very easy here with you. So 6 over 26 here, I can see that these numbers together, they are even. So I can divide them both by 2. So when you divide the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2, it's going to be equal to 3 over 13. Can I divide these numbers, 3 and 13, by the same times table but still being whole numbers? No. So this fraction is in simplest form. Okay, let's have another thing. You understand the equivalent fractions right now, but I need you to think in a minute in this question. Which is greater, 4 over 6 or 5 over 7? First, to be able to compare these fractions, you have to make the denominators the same. So what is the number that I can make the denominator the same with? Like what is the number that in both times tables 6 and 7? The LCM, I mean. 6 and 7, the LCM is 42. So we have to make the same denominator with 42. So if we make the denominator 42 here, 6 changes to be 42. How? By multiplying by 7. So I have to multiply the numerator by 7. So 4 times 7 equals to 28. Okay, now what about the 7? Here it's 42. 7 changed to be 42, so I multiplied by 6. So the same thing I will do with the numerator. So 5 times 6 equals to 30. Now you can compare which is greater. Exactly, it's the 30 over 42. But take care, you have to put it in the simplest form, which is going to be in the question. 5 over 7 is greater. But here in this question, I need to ask one more thing. Can you find a fraction, because you may be asked this question in the exam or in the classwork here. You will be having the same question in the classwork. So focus with me here. So 4 over 6 and 5 over 7, I need to find a fraction between them. How to do it? First of all, you have to make them with the same denominator. And here right now, you can find a number between 28 and 30. Exactly, it's 29. So 29 over 42 is the fraction between 4 over 6 and 5 over 7. So again, You are making the same denominators and change the numerators to be equivalent and then get a number between them. So once you get the number between them, you got a fraction between them. Easy, huh? Okay, so it's time for classwork. It's going to be page 140, exercise 7H. Solve these questions, and after that, you are having the homework. Solve the homework, and I will have it on Monday, inshallah. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful day.